we sit and record, I just shared a story with my email community this morning about my foray into podcasting. And it was a lot of that mentality of, let's see what happens here. And I discovered after my first recording that I really sucked. And a lot of people don't go further than that. They
Yeah.
feel so uncomfortable. They just can't take that next step. But for me, it had, I've told this story before, rekindled my passion for audio because I had a radio show in college. It brought all of those memories flooding back. And I knew that the only way I was going to get better was sticking with this and continuing to make improvements each and every time I turned on a microphone. And it was all about just getting started and jumping in and taking that leap of
Yeah.
faith and saying, this feels right. Let's continue to get better and we'll cross the bridges and overcome the obstacles when we come to them. But too often we get so blinded by our fear and our inability to feel uncomfortable that we just don't take that first step and take action. And
Yeah.
obviously did the right thing and on your side, and it's all come together for you.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that because podcasting for me was a big hurdle for me to get over because I was nervous about being that person to lead a conversation. And I'm a little timid, I'm a little introverted at times, and so I'm not outspoken, and I'm not like the life of the party, like, hey, I'm here. I'm not that type of person. And so for me it was kind of coming out of my shell and giving me that space to build that confidence that I have a voice and I can connect with people even when I don't know them, because a lot of times in this in the podcasting space it's kind of like a first date, like, hey, how are you? Oh, okay, hi, let's have a conversation. And so it's kind of awkward sometimes, but for me it's been the best thing because it's really opened up my confidence and getting out there and meeting new people and just having conversations and being genuine. Because when you for the hosting side, when you listen and hear the stories that people are telling, the audience gets to hear a more dynamic conversation than having this scripted, like, okay, question one, question two. It's like you're robotic in your motions. And so it's really like active listening and just like giving people the space to kind of overhear a conversation that they may not have, right?
Yeah.
And so it was fun for me to kind of get out of that shell and really just find my voice through this platform. And I love it. And I'm excited. It's good. It's a good place to be, right?
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. And the skills that you pick up here, they're so transferable to so many other aspects of your life on a personal level and a professional level.
For
And
sure.
you don't have to be that over the top, blown up personality that some people are, and they can bring that to the microphone and absolutely harness it and use it. But some people are a little bit more subdued.
Yeah.
But as long as you're authentic and you're producing content and having conversations and it's you and you're not putting on this front that when if you connect with people when you're not live, they look at you like you're completely different. Like, that,
Right.
who the hell is this person? This is not who I've gotten to know by listening to their podcast and
Right.
watching them on social media. But yeah, it's so fun to not just have those conversations because to me that's the best part. I
Right.
live for this. I look at my schedule and know that I get to connect with you today, Tori, and I've been looking forward to that all day, knowing that I get to have a great conversation and
Awesome.
also make a good podcast recording out of it so others can consume it as well. But at the same time, we're developing these communication skills that can
Mhm.
translate to public speaking, to how we communicate with loved ones, how we communicate with our children, how we communicate with new clients, old clients, potential clients. There's so
Yeah.
much built into this that sometimes gets overlooked.
Mhm.
But if you really focus on all of the positive tangibles that podcasting can bring you, it's almost foolish to not jump in and see what
Right.
you can make of it.
I think we're a little biased, right?
We're a little biased, and I'm sure everything I just said comes off that way, but I don't care. I believe. I
It's
mean,
so true. I
it
totally
is.
agree.
We've been doing it for a while. I've been as we sit and record, I'm approaching 8 years of
Yeah.
work being in the podcast space in some way, shape, or form. And I know it's changed my life and changed a lot of things in regards to communication and how I speak to people.
Mhm.
Can't thank the platform enough for that. But it was also that willingness on my part to know that just because that first episode was not as smooth as possible, got to keep going, got to keep
Right.
working at this.